guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leslie if you don't know me. Today's video is celebrating Dia de los Muertos. In case you guys don't know what Dia de los Muertos is, it's just a celebration of our relatives that have passed on. I know different cultures do different things, so different countries, Hispanic countries, do different things to celebrate it. We don't all celebrate it the same way. This is actually my third year in a row doing this, so I always wanted to create one every year, just see how, you know, the different looks that I can come up with creating this sugar skull makeup. And yeah, so if you guys want to see how I created this look, then just keep watching. Alright guys, so the inspiration behind this look is actually the colors on here. Kind of like a brown burgundy color and then like this light blue. So I'm going to be using different palettes to create that on my face. Hopefully it comes out good. I'll show you guys what palettes I'm using whenever I'm using that color, but I'm just going to go in between browns and blues. I do have my Blue Blood palette here. Probably going to be using more of the lighter blues, of course, like this one, or this one. I was mixing some colors in here on my hand just to see what is the closest match. I did also find a blue on the Naked Tutorials palette with Beauty Bay, which is this blue right here. Probably on camera it's not gonna look blue, but it is a blue tone here. I'll use some of that. Maybe the blue in here, kinda, sorta, not really, but this blue right here I think might work. I have some grays. I realized when I was doing my Halloween looks that I don't have any gray tone palettes. Like I don't have grays at all. So that's gonna be my next purchase, probably something with gray in it, so that way I have those colors. But I found this one here that's kind of like a blue gray kind of shade, so I'll probably use that. And then maybe the shimmer here from this palette. This is the Ace Beauty palette. And then the burgundies, of course. I do have a lot of burgundies. I think I'm going to use this one too from Melt Cosmetics. Some of the shades in here can work out pretty good, like this dark burgundy shade right here. There's a black in here too that I might be using. Maybe some of these colors here. We're just gonna go for it and see what happens. Also using some brown tones from the Rust palette from Melt Cosmetics. Those little browns in here, I'll probably use some of those. Just a little bit of everything to make this look turn out good and hopefully match as close as I can to this. Just like I said, this is pretty much the inspiration to it. This is what I'm going to be using as my headpiece. So let's get started. I am going to go ahead and just use regular foundation. I am using something more hydrating to the skin, since you guys know it's tough right now. I'm using the QMS. This one's more of a tinted cream, so it's not much of a foundation, but I'm going to be mixing in with the Anastasia Luminous foundation as well. This one's in the shade 335W, in case you're wondering. And I don't know that this one has an actual shade. I think it's just all for one. I'm not sure. I haven't actually seen that there's a shade on there. I don't think so, because it's just supposed to be a tinted cream. It's not supposed to be like an actual foundation. So I'm mixing those two together. I'm gonna put them on my face to give that hydrated look. I don't want to look too dry. We are gonna go with a little bit of powder, of course, to set that in place. Now the hardest part of these looks is just the shading part. Everything else is pretty easy, and of course the line work. I'm gonna see what I can use for the line work. I'm not sure what I have here, but we will figure it out. I'll probably still go in with a little bit of black to do some of that line work. You guys can see that covered pretty nicely and it does look luminous. La luna es una mujer llorona y por eso el sol de España. I am going to powder my face just a little bit with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder, which looks like this. And you guys have heard me talk about this one before. I really do love it. I like that it's very nice and light. It's not heavy at all for you dry girls out there. I have really dry skin and I feel like the foundation still like pops through, but it still sets the face, so it's not like too heavy of a powder. It's very light. I really do like it. and you still have like that nice pretty glow from the foundation underneath of it. So now that we have a even base, we are going to get started here. So we are going to outline the eyes first. That's what I'm going to start off first, and then do the detailing around the rest of the face. So the darkest is going to go outwards, obviously, and then shading in is going to get lighter. And if it goes as I planned it in my head, this will look good, hopefully. But anyways, I'm going to start off with this eyeliner. This is the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Call Me. And it's like this brown shade here. If it'll focus, there you go. Like a brown red shade, like a really dark brown, really like a little bit of like a red undertone to it. But I'm going to use that to create the outline of it. I'm going to go in very lightly just to, you know, and I'm going to feel around my eye just to see where my socket would naturally be, like my eye socket. So we know where we're going with this. Okay, so that is the outline for that. So I'm going to go in with the shade from the Muerte palette. And I'm going to use this shade here called Velorio, which is this dark red burgundy shade. And I'm going to just start filling it in here. Yeah, I'm just kind of bringing it in, kind of like pushing the color towards the inside of the, like the lid and stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and put some more of that on the outer part to make sure it's staying dark there. Blend that in a little bit better. I'm gonna use a little bit of this gray shade from the Fenty Beauty palette, the Moroccan Spice palette, this one right here, to blend that in better. Just a little bit. I'm just going in circular motions here. Now I am going to put the shade from the Nikki Tutorials palette that I was talking about, this one, in the center of the eye. I'm going to put it on the lid here, bringing it up almost to the crease. And I'm going to put something on top of it, so it's okay if it looks very light. I'm not going to just leave it like this. I am going to put a shimmer over it. Just a little bit of the blue from this shade, from this palette, the Muerte palette, that blue there. I'm going to grab just a tiny bit and put it over it a little bit. So it gives it more of a blue tint to it. Not too much, but just a little bit. Giving it that little blue tint to it there. I am going to grab the blue from the Ace Beauty Vintage Dawn palette, and I'm going to use this blue right here. Just grabbing my finger, or grabbing it with my finger. Okay, so I am going to go with a different shimmer here. I'm going to use this one from BH Cosmetics. This is the Midnight Festival palette, and I'm going to use the shade Wonderland. And let's see if that one works better. It's a different tint, but it's okay. Just felt like the other one's a little too chalky. I didn't like how it looked. Now that we have that on, I'm gonna go back in with this palette and grab that red shade again, that really deep red shade, and do a little bit more shading with that. We're making it darker on the outer part like I did. bringing it in like I was doing before to make it look more like an ombre effect. That's what we're trying to do. So now I'm just mixing the shade Velorio with Sangre, which is this like lighter red, just so there's like some kind of transition to that. It doesn't just go like dark and then really light. I am going to be using another one of those cream gel liners. This is in the shade Prance, and I'm going to put it here on my lower lash line. I did change it up a little bit. If you saw that, I just grabbed some of this and then smudged it around a little bit on here because I wanted something closer to this color than the other color I had set down, because this one's more closer to the color of the flowers. And then with my finger, I'm also just smudging it down here on the lower lash line. I am going with the shade from the Nikki Tutorials palette, just this shade up here called Ivy, just to put a little bit of shimmer on top of that blue. It looks pretty. So the eye looks kind of weird without any dimension to it with just one color. So what I'm gonna do is go in with the original liner that I made the line with, the outline, which is Call Me, and I'm gonna do like a little liner here. And then I'm just gonna bring it really close to the lower lash line. And now I am gonna smudge it just a little bit, just with a flat brush like this. And I'm just smudging it out. Same thing with the lower lash line. And now I am just going to put some mascara on. This is the e.l.f. Keep Your Curl Mascara. Okay, I'm going to go off camera, do the other eye, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back. As you guys can see, the outer part does look a little more darker. That's because I did use some of my paints. And now I'm just going to go ahead and blend it inward a little bit. Okay. Now we are going to create a little bit of details around the eyes here. Just making a little bit of a brow kind of thing here. There we go. Alright guys, so now I'm going to go in with some blue, like a baby blue paint, right in between that to highlight. I'm going to put a little bit over here too, like right here. And one over here, just like that. So let's go in here with this real quick. We're gonna go up here by the ear, come down, and go right there. Okay. There we go, something like that is what I'm looking for. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, we'll just figure it out. I'm gonna get some of that eyeshadow that we used before. This one right here, mix it in with this red one. And tap out the axis and then start working on this part right here. Just bringing it down.
Llorona, negro, pero cariñoso. Yo soy como el chile verde, llorona picante.
Gonna outline this little thing here now with the same paint that I used here.
Como el chile verde, llorona picante, pero sabroso. De mi llorona, 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 y llévame al río. Ay, de mi llorona, 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 y llévame al río. Tápame con tu rebozo, llorona, porque
and now with that blue paint that we use for the detailing here, we're going to use it for our teeth. Okay guys, so I just went off camera and did this side real quick. It looks similar. It doesn't look perfectly symmetrical, but I tried to get it as similar as I could as possible. Now that I've done the teeth, I'm gonna go ahead and separate them with that burgundy red shade so you can actually see that there's teeth there, not just random dots on my lips.
Cuando las mueve el viento, llorona, parece que están llorando.
I do need to create the bottom ones for the outside here real quick. We're gonna go ahead and do that.
De mi llorona, 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 llévame al río. De mi llorona, 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 llévame al río. Tápame.
And then I am going to put that in the center as well.
Porque me muero de frío. Tápame con tu rebozo, llorona.
Gonna make some more details with that blue shade now. Just around the mouthpiece. Okay, so I'm just putting random details here and there to the look. I am gonna go ahead and create the nose here with my eyeliner.
La luna es una mujer llorona y por eso el sol de España. La luna es una mujer llorona y por eso el sol.
Can also add some detail to the nose. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go put hair and then my little inspiration for this whole color scheme, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back with the finished look. All I did was add a wig here and then put the flowers on that I had the inspiration for the color scheme for today's look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. Happy Dia de los Muertos to everyone, and I also wanted to go ahead and let you guys know that we are not posting next week. So today, when you guys are seeing this, it's Sunday, and then you won't see another video till the 10th of November. So we're gonna be just taking a week off for a little break. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next one. Toodles!
No sabe de amores, llorona, no sabe lo que es martirio. El que no sabe de amor